Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Outward tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be on starting a new one-player game, yay, and having some fun in Cerzo. So that's what we're going to do. So let's start a new game, a one-player. And notice you had a two-player there if you want to play with a friend. We're not going to go hardcore, we're going to go normal. And name in, and let's see, got to do something about the face, haven't we? Surely we have. No, it looks like it's ready for retirement. Don't know about anything else. Bit chubby. Oh, even more so. Oh, I don't think any of them are going to be to my liking. Oh no, alright, we'll stick with that. No hair is good hair, I guess. And legacy, I haven't got into that yet. For now, let's just check out the basics. And create. I'll pause it in fact until it starts. Okay, well it won't actually long. So it starts with this story, so let's read through. All my life I've lived within the safety of Cerzo, spared the brutality of the world outside, but life in Auray, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, is never that easy. For all the safety that my tribe provides, our laws are harsh. We are judged not as individuals but as bloodlines. So it's hereditary. The failures of my bloodline weigh heavy upon me. My grandmother brought ruin to our tribe long ago, bringing a heavy blood price upon my family. We paid the debt caused by her actions ever since. Well, I wonder if she went on the rampage in the village or bedded all the men in the village. I don't know. We'll never know, I guess. Space to continue. I joined an expedition across the sea with my old friend Zan, hoping the money made there would be enough to clear my debts. This was a mistake. I'm lucky to still be breathing after our ship hit rocks on the return voyage. We'll be going to that ship, by the way. Now I have no choice but to pick myself up yet again and face the wild, untamed land outside the walls. I must carve out my own future or die trying, probably dying. To travel from one exterior region to another, you must use travel rations. So that I'll show when we get to it. Okay, so here we are. I forgive me for the darkness. There's not a lot I can do about that. The good news is the sun is coming up, and how beautiful it is. So it will get lighter. Forgive this dark bit of the game. Anyway, so there's important stuff straight away. Torch would be handy, so if you find a torch, notice how brilliant they are when they're on the ground. I've not actually tested whether they run out of oil when you just place them down. Let's take it anyway. There we go, we got ourselves a torch. So at the beginning of the game, the most important thing to be aware of is money. You're going to need money for everything. For getting good armour, for getting good skills, for getting everything. Food, potions, all of it. You're going to need money. So in any way you can save some money or get some money, it's a good thing. Oh, let's get the tattered attire. So you can make a little money in this first area. Not much, just a tiny little bit, but every little helps, as they say. And we grab the seaweed. Seaweed's good for crafting. Make some money with that, as well as food. Okay, now first place we're going to go is up, follow this little river. I'll show you why. Could have a drink because it's clean water, so let's do that. Get the stamina buff. There we go. And up here, laying on the ground, saves us buying it, is a fishing harpoon. Cool. There we go. We don't have to buy that now. And on the other side is another item. So let's go check it out. Now, if you die in this starting area, you will then load into the main village. So do try not to die, because we want to gather up some stuff first. So we're going to go around all the bushes. If you keep the F key pressed, you can gather. Oh, what's that? So we want bandages, we're going to need them. Basically taking everything that's not nailed down, because we can either sell it or use it. Although you'll always find I try to use the items to make something better to sell for more profit, especially in this where you need money. We're not going to talk to him yet, but we will in a bit. First we're going to explore this area and get the most from it, as in items. I do hate that, actually, when you walk and it goes too far to pick up. That is just a little annoyance, but it's only a minor point. Okay, we're going to go over here to the beach. So there's no real threat yet, but there is a threat in there where we're going to go, but we're going to keep away from the threat because we are weak. We are not in a position to fight by any means. And up here's some stuff. Let's open the jump part. Yeah, all good, except for the wood. Don't really need that. Oh, I don't think there's anything else. There's no fish in the water to harpoon, not yet. So don't worry about that. But there is seaweed, and it is useful. So we'll grab it. The fish you see swimming in the water when there's fish to harpoon. But there's not loads of them, especially where there's none in this start area. But I'll show you that when we get to Cerzo. Right, that's everything that I wanted from the beach. Now if we come over here, now at the moment time is not a problem. We've got an unlimited amount of time at this moment. As soon as we go into the town of Cerzo, we're going to then be hit with something, and we're going to have a 5-day timer, so we will not be able to afford to die, because that will have dire consequences. We'll lose something valuable to us. I'm going to take that. So at the moment we have to make sure we do not die here though, because we'll be thrown out of this starting area. And I just want to gather a few items. So okay, we got the we got an item from the other side. Now we're getting a mining pick. Oh, we're overweight, we're not too worried about that. But we got a mining pick and we got a fishing harpoon, both for free. Saves us money. Right, I'm going to have another drink. See, I'm overweight, but I can still walk, move. Now over there might be a nice item, but I'm not going to risk it because there's a couple of wolves, and if they see me, I'm dead. So I don't want to risk that. Although you don't drop, you don't lose your items, so this doesn't really matter, but I just don't want to exit this start area through death. I prefer to go through travel. So let's talk to this guy up here. I think it's Sam, yeah.
Hey there.
Gamester, you're alive. You must be freezing. Come, warm up by the fire before you freeze to death. Yeah, because we all know about the temperatures. Right, okay, so let's do... Where are we, Zan? The last thing I remember was our ship hitting a rock.
We're not far from home. You can see the lighthouse from here, can't you?
Ito made it out too. He's making his way home to Cerzo to get help. Ito made it out alive too. Thank Elat.
He's a Kazite. He was born on a ship.
This probably isn't the first time he's had to survive a shipwreck.
Go ahead and sleep in one of the extra bedrolls.
I lay down, and I'll keep watch for Ito and the rescuers. Right, so basically he's telling us sleep in a bedroll. That will then progress us to Cerzo, the start town. So let's do that. Let's turn the torch off. V key will work for the torch as well as lanterns, and then use the bedroll. I don't think there's anything else. See, you can they dot items all around the place. Some hidden, some obvious. So it's best to make sure you've grabbed everything, because every little helps at the beginning start. So let's sleep, and then it'll progress. Okay, so I'm going to do 8 hours. I don't need to repair anything because I've not used anything, and that will do. In fact though, let's sleep until the morning of that day. Yeah, there we go. That's good. It works for me. Alright, I'll pause. Okay, so here we go. It's loaded in. Unconsciousness comes quickly, and you dream of being ensnared in something. With a yelp, you jump out of your bed. Relief floods you as you recognise where you are. You are back in your old bed at home, the lighthouse in Cerzo. Zan must have brought you back to your family's lighthouse. Only your aching body tells you that the shipwreck you suffered was not a nightmare. Good old Zan, carrying me all the way back. Each city has several merchants, each directly outside or inside buildings. They will sell food, equipment and crafting recipes. Okay, well, let's start. So here we go, we're waking up now in our lighthouse. As soon as we step outside and start talking to people, you're going to see that a timer of 5 days is put upon us, in which time we have to either accumulate a large amount of money or get a tribal favour. So we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to pick this stuff up. Oh, going seriously overweight, but that's all right because down here should be a backpack. There we go, satchel, primitive satchel. It will do. So what we can do now, the stuff that's in our pocket, right click, move to bag, and you can see now that it can take this stuff. Let's see, if we press the tab key, remember, we can compare. So that is actually, yeah, we don't need hot weather defense, so that's better than what I'm wearing. Yeah, there we go, so we'll wear that. The torches, I'm going to put 2 of them in the chest, because there is a chest in your lighthouse, just over here. Okay, so let's put the torches in there. In fact, I'm going to get a lantern soon, so I'm going to put all 3 torches to save weight. This tattered attire I will sell. You can shred it up, I'll show you actually. Anything else I need to put in there? Yeah, let's put the lint. Anything I need to save weight basically at the moment. Put the seaweed in there. Anything I don't really need desperately. The food, because that rots, in fact the seaweed I'll drop down in the town. Okay, so that's good. Now if we come in here, there's more free items, so we'll take that. Some grapes and some jerky. Never actually tried jerky, I wonder if it tastes good. Down here we should have some more items. Yeah, I think we're going to need a bedroll. Though it is going to be more weight, but I'll take it just in case we have to sleep. Take the iron scraps, take the flint and steel, take the jam, more bread, oh, recipe. Right, okay, so in your lighthouse you've got a kitchen which has got 4 slots on it. This will be what you will use until you can afford a cooking pot. Although cooking pots are only 20 silver coins, so we should be able to buy one straight away nearly. So we won't have to keep running back up here to use it. Now notice that recipe I picked up is not in the list here. So I haven't learnt this Cerzo Savage, however you pronounce it. Anyway, I haven't learnt it. But I know the recipe from previous game. So I'm not going to learn it. I'm going to sell it. This is a game that Outward is unique in the fact of once you've learned recipes, you can then experiment to do them so you know them without learning the recipe. I'm going to show you what I mean. I know it sounds like a bit of a mess what I'm trying to say, but never use your recipe. Always use it from memory. So you're going to see I'll sell that recipe because I know what that recipe is to manually create it, craft it. Right, that's all the stuff got in the lighthouse. Let's go outside and see what they're shouting about.
Rise and shine, Trog spawn. You think you can nip off for 4 months and not pay what you owe the tribe?
See, Grandma didn't do us any favours, whatever she did.
A blood price is sacred. You can't just shrug off that responsibility.
Oh yes you can. You jump ship.
If I don't see the money from you by the time I count to 10, you'll regret you ever came home!
Got a bit of an accent going on there. I just woke up from a shipwreck. Have a heart, will you?
Yeah! You were on that ship too, weren't you? How many lives must your family be responsible for destroying before enough is enough?
I lost my daughter on that voyage. You bring ruin to the tribe, just like your grandmother. Yeah, she must have done something pretty bad then to upset them like that. This doesn't change the fact that I have no money right now and can't pay you.
If you can't make the payments you missed, we will seize your home!
That ought to cover 4 months of ignoring your duty to the tribe. Either pay up or get out of our way.
Enough of this! 12 people are dead. Stop this shameful behavior at once!
This is a time for the tribe to come together and mourn our lost loved ones, not to demand payment from the survivors. Stop this shameful behaviour, sir.
To threaten someone like this while the lost lives are still fresh is an insult to their memory.
Under the laws of the Blue Chamber Collective, I have declared a period of mourning. You understand what that means, don't you?
But, Chamber Lady Aberdeen.
I said that is enough! If you want to resume discussions after the mourning period, feel free.
But until then, your concern should be for those lives who were lost in the wreck.
Oliel, see these people off, would you?
You heard, Mother. Away with you, or I will personally see to it that you get double shifts of guard duty.
I'm
Okay,
sorry
so-
that was the first thing you woke up to. Please forgive them. Many of them have lost family and are not thinking straight.
I can't believe they want to seize my home. Can't you do something?
If I could do more, I would. The most I can do for you is declare a mourning period and buy you a little time.
So you can see there, she says, for 5 days, no one in the tribe can ask for what you owe.
That gives you a few days to pay back the money. Either gather the money or earn a tribal favor, and they won't be able to touch you.
So yeah, we've got 5 days to earn 150 silver coins, which you can do. It's not that difficult. Or we can earn a tribal favour. Now we can either use a tribal favour in this village, or we can save it and use it in another village. But I'm going to use it in this village because
Once you can make the payment, come see me. Please find a way to make it work.
I don't want to lose my lighthouse. It's my home. Please find a way to make it work. The last thing I want to do is take your lighthouse away. Yeah, I'm sure. I bet you'd be happy about it, all of them. Then I will have to head outside the walls.
That does seem like your most effective option, dangerous as it is.
I doubt you'll be able to gather that much in such a short time just by slaying staying in Cerzo.
Never forget, no one is an orphan in Cierzo. Do not hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe for survival advice.
Though you owe us a blood price, we will still help you whenever we can. Never hesitate to ask the rest of the tribe.
If you can do a great deed for someone in Cierzo, we will owe you a tribal favor.
Which I will accept as a substitute for your payment. There you go, that's exactly what we're going to do. But it's going to be in another episode. And it'll be a good
Once
one.
you're ready to leave Cierzo, speak with Burak, the Gate Warden.
He will judge whether or not you are prepared to face the outside world.
Remember, you only have a few days. May your ancestors watch over you.
Right, so there we go. Fitting place to end this episode. We got a timer clicking now, ticking. 5 days. If it gets past the 5 days, and the way that normally will happen to a new player is they'll step outside the gates, get killed a few times, bang, that's it. Your 5 days are gone. Because each time you die, not only do you get moved to a random location on the map, also a day or so gets bypassed quickly. In that time you're unconscious. Don't know if it's 1 or 2 days, but as all I know is you die a few times and game over. Well, not game over, but you lose your lovely lighthouse. And whilst some of you no doubt are saying, oh well, don't matter, you can lose the lighthouse, you can sleep at the inn, it's not an end of game problem. You can get your lighthouse back because you can buy it back from the guards. The thing is, at the beginning of the game, money is important. You need it. You need it for so many things. The last thing you want to worry about is having to save up to buy your lighthouse back. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. We're going to make sure that we pay off our tribal debt for poor old Grandma. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.